Hi everyone, it's Sue. Welcome back. Today I'm just working on some little bits and pieces to go in a custom journal that I'm working on and another series of journals that I'm working on, and it's all pretty. So I was playing around the other day. This is a Tracy Fox digital, and I can't think of the name of it. I'm sorry, but I will put Tracy's Etsy store down below. So I wanted to make a few of these tags. Aren't they pretty? So I've done one and I've prepped some others. So I thought I'd just turn the camera on today and just have a play and share what I'm doing with you. I'm just wanting to make some different bits and pieces. This is just a masterboard that I did the other night when I was watching TV. If I feel like being creative or doing something, if I don't want a fussy cut, I've got a tray of scraps that I just take up and some plain tags or whatever, and I found this big sheet of scrapbooking paper. I didn't like the other side, which I've glued on. So I thought I'd just do a masterboard of it, and I'll cut it up and use it as journaling cards or tags. So that's one thing that I do at night. I feel like creating but not being at my desk. So this is just a few of the tags that I have done, and these I will actually coffee dye, not coffee dye, sorry, put coffee dye paper on the back and sew around. But I mean, you could even just use that as a tag and put nothing else on it. But I just grab papers and just stick them on. I have got heaps and heaps. Here's some that I have actually put coffee dye papers on the back or printables on the back and sewn around, so they're ready to go. So that's a really good way of building up your stash. So you can see I'd have to have easily a couple of hundred there, I think. So I just love doing them, and I do sometimes send them out in Happy Mail as well. So they're really handy just to have. This is just some extra bits and pieces that I've got there, but I'm going to have to start using some of these up now because I don't want to fill this any more than what's in there. But for today, I just thought I would utilize this, cut it up, and it can go in these journals that I'm doing. So I just want to finish these. So in this kit, you get different sized tags. I don't have any of it left here at the moment. So I'm just layering the tags, and I've sewn around them, and I'm just using like a cream colored thread in this journal, not my darker thread. And as you can see, all I've done is I've backed the larger tags. I haven't backed the other ones because I'm going to glue them down. And then I've sewn around them, and I've just distressed them and inked them, roughed them up a little bit. And then I've just used these labels, I think are from Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And I've just, my intention was just to, not that I didn't like these labels, but just give it a little bit more of a, I don't know whether that's the right one. I'm missing one label, I think. I don't know what I've done with it. But basically just giving it a little bit more of a 3D effect. And I've put a brad in each side, and then I've just carried the label around there. So I thought I might just finish these that I've got here today. As I said, I'm missing a label. I don't know what I've done with it. Probably dropped it on the floor and vacuumed it up, I'd say. So let me just have a look. Might put the blue one on there just to add a little bit of colour. This one, I actually think, well, I could do that one on there, I suppose. Might do that one on there. So this one I'll have to do another tag for. So I'll just pop that to the side. So this is a really great printable to use if you want some, basically some ready-made tags. I don't know where my distress tool is either in my mess. If you could see my desk, you would know why I can't find anything. So I'm just going to use the edge of my scissors and just distress the edges here. Ink them and put them together. So easy, and you don't even have to sew. Just really roughly adding some ink around the sides. And I've already done this on this one because I wasn't sure that I was going to layer them, but I decided in the end that I would. So all I'm going to do is just glue that down in place, and I'll quickly do the other one and then we'll add the labels. Okay, so I've just distressed those and glued them down. Pretty straightforward. And I'm just going to add a couple of gold brads into the labels. And I'm not worried if they're not the same because one will be seen on the front and one will be seen on the back. So I'm just grabbing gold. I can't find my poker. So I'm being creative and using my protractor. Is that called a protractor? Can't remember. Going back to my school days there. And I'm just pre-piercing the label. Oh my goodness. Long nails and using tiny brads doesn't work well. So I just think this adds just a little bit of dimension to the card. I mean, it's a layered card anyway, and then we can just add a little bit of gold. I was going to put gold leafing around it, but the images are so beautiful I didn't want to detract from that too much. And I've just left my threads hanging. Oh, that's not going to work there. I think we'll have to do that this way because this label here is a bit longer. Yeah, we're going to have to do it this way. So I'm going to just glue this down here. And I should have pressed those prongs down a little bit first. Anyway, too late now. Put this here, got glue everywhere, and I'm just going to press down now so those prongs aren't making the label too 3D. So isn't that simple, but just adds a little bit of something to the tag. It's that one, we'll do this one, and they come together really quickly, especially if you don't sew. It's a beautiful tag to use in any of your journals, really. Okay. So what have you all been up to? We had Josh and Erica come up yesterday for the day, which was really lovely, and had lunch with them, and we just hung out here at home. They went and saw the gardens because the Carnival of Flowers here in Toowoomba where we live is finishing up this weekend. So they went and saw the beautiful gardens. And Katie went with them. And then we had dinner with them before they went home. So that was really nice. Haven't caught up with them in person for quite a few months because they're both really busy. So it was Josh's birthday at the beginning of the month, so we finally got to sing happy birthday to him. It was like 21 days late, but anyway, it's all good. So I'm just going to stick this one here. Let's press down. I just think they're lovely. Definitely, and this is my problem. I love printables. I'm addicted to printables. I buy them, I print them out, and then I don't do anything with them. So with these journals that I'm doing, they're all really pretty colors. Excuse me, all really pretty colors in the pinks and blues and greens. So I just thought these just go beautifully with them. Aren't they lovely? I think they are anyway. I'll have to sit that so that they dry properly. So, and then this one I'm just going to cut out another tag and sew it. So there's a few more elements there that I've done for the journal, which is nice. So moving on to this masterboard, what am I going to do with this? So I'm going to try and work out what it measures. I don't even know whether it's straight. Yeah, it looks like it's straight. So 6, we've got 11, we've got 12 inches wide, and we've got 10 and a half about. All right, so I think if we do tags from the lower section, and then we'll have some journaling cards from the top section maybe. So what do you say, 10 and a half? So if we cut some tags, maybe if we cut this to 6 inches, let's do that first. So 6, and then if we do the tags, maybe 3 inches wide, and that'll give us 4 tags. So we'll go 3 inches. That was a bit easier. Some of these I've used cardboard on cardboard, so that's why they're so thick. Like there. That's 3. And 3. So there's some lovely tags. We'll put tag edges on the top, and then these I think I'll just do so this is 4, we'll just do 2 journaling cards, maybe make it 4 by 6 and a bit. So they're not exactly the same size, but and I mean I could even leave that pretty color on the back if I wanted to, and I'll sew around these. I might do, I don't know, this one doesn't really even need much. Might even just put a label or something on there, a bit of cheesecloth. This one maybe I'll put a floral element or something on that one. And then these I'm just going to make tags. So if I can find my tag template. Okay, I found it. So I think I'm just going to use the bigger one, I think. I'm just going to cut the tops of these. These I'll have to back because I've got the branding strip on the bottom. So I'll back these with some coffee dye paper. Okay. So, I mean, some of these you could even just use as they are. But I'm definitely going to back them with coffee dye paper or some natural coloured digitals and sew around them. So I might head off and do that, and I think I'm going to do the same with these. I mean, I love that colour paper, but I want it to, I mean, you could journal on that with a black pen, I suppose. This one I might leave as it is with that colour on the back because it's quite firm, because I've printed these different papers on cardstock, so it's quite firm, whereas this one I've just used paperweight mainly. So I might back all these with coffee dye paper. I'm just going to use some of my seconds that have torn as I've taken them off the table. So I'll go and do that. All right, so I've sewn around those. I've backed all of them bar this one with coffee dye paper, and I'm just going to trim some of my threads away, and we might decorate a couple of them. So I will ink around them, but I won't do it on video. This one I'm quite liking, even just as it is. It's just a decorative journal card, really. So maybe we could just put a ruffle on the top. What do you think? I don't know, I just had that ruffle sitting there, so let's do that, hey? We'll just add a ruffle. So I'm just going to use this fabric glue for that. Try and get that on as straight as I can. Right. I don't know, sometimes you don't have to do much at all, do you? I may even revisit that and maybe add something like another flower or something here. As I said, I will ink around it, but I'll do that off camera. So it's just nice and subtle, pretty colour. What have we got here? Maybe I can use the rest of this ruffle here. Yep, let's do that. Some of these I may even use as flips on a page in the journal, so we'll see how we go with that. Same thing, I think that's really pretty, just as it is. So you don't have to have every tag or card in your journal overly decorated. Sometimes less is best. That blue everywhere. So there's a couple of just a simple journaling card and a simple tag just made from a masterboard. So these, I definitely want to put something on here. So I'm thinking I might put, let me just move these out of the way. I think I might put like a rose or something in a label. It just seems to be my go-to, doesn't it? But at least a flower or something anyway. What have we got here? Do we go something like that just to stay with the yellow? I do like that though, how that stands out. So we might just ink that up a little bit and get rid of some of the white pieces on there, just so it's not as stark. And I'm basically just going to glue that down. We may put a label on there as well. I've got everybody home again today, so Sundays is my day to try and film. I like to tell myself that it's the quietest day, but it's not really, so I apologize if you can hear everybody in the background. Just don't seem to have another day that I can film. So I'm just going to put that there. I do like, I like that little label. I might put that down and just put that, the leaf from that flower over the top of it. Ruffles done. I don't think I have. I do have all these bits of packaging that I put some modeling paste over top of. I'm just wondering if I can just add something like that just on the back, just for something different. Let's do it. So I just spent an hour one day just tearing up all my packaging and just putting modeling paste through stencils onto this, just so that it can be used. So it just adds another element, doesn't it? I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't even put them on the front. but I think I like that card. And when it's inked, see, that's quite plain. I'm thinking that I probably would like something there. I don't know. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm going to add that there as well, just to sort of break down that the white. Or I could have even added a ruffle on this side. I don't have any more made. I'll have to sit down and make some. There you go, that's something different. So that's that one. I like those. Okay, what have we got here? Same thing, I think I'm going to put just a floral piece. What have we got here? Maybe we could even do that over the edge. Just adds a bit of texture then as well, doesn't it? I want to tear this side though, so it's not perfectly straight. Just tuck that over the side. Got glue on me everywhere. No rhyme, no reason, just put it on there. And just wrap it around the back of the tag. I like that. That's nice. And then we might add another floral element just on top there. So I'm just going to ink that as well, just to take away some of the white edges. That masterboard has made, what's that made? 2 journaling cards and 4 tags, and that all that was just probably half an hour of just digging out some papers out of my scraps and just gluing them down. So same thing, I think I'm going to add a label just across here maybe. Excuse me while I just grab. What will I put? Department of Botany. So it blends in a bit, but how lovely is that? So same thing, I'll probably put an eyelet in there. I'll wait until I get it in the journal, until I work out what I want, or I could just do the same sort of thing here. I could add just a, like I have with this one, a ruffle or something just to finish it off, but I am going to leave that until I get it in the journal and work out what I want to do. So this one, I love this flower. I'm just going to try not to think about it too much. It's when I start struggling is when I overthink it. So I'm just going to glue it down and enjoy the process. And glue that. I've decanted some of the art glitter glue into this little bottle, and I just thought that it might be handy just to sort of have with the real narrow tip, because I tend to use these tops for my larger glue, and it's going okay. It's just that little thing gets in the way all the time, so we'll see how it goes. Just finding I'm not using as much. That's pretty. Let's add a bit of ink over that. We'll just stick that down there. Probably not even in screen there. And same thing, I'll put a topper or something on that. It's crooked as anything, but that's okay. And what are we going to do? Have we got another flower here cut out? That's Maddie having a good old cackle there in the background. Just thinking I might just put a smaller one, just so some of those flowers here still come through on the background there. Whoops, nearly stuck it upside down. So I'm just going to do that. Let's just, I don't know, have a look at that. I think I'm going to add that there and just wrap that around the back. I don't need all of that. I don't know how I had it now. Anyway, we'll just stick it on. Stick it on and wrap it around. Now I've got it stuck not where I want it. It's stuck. That's where it's staying. I'll just press that down, then I'm just going to trim that excess off there. That's just something different. And once again, I'll add a topper once I get it into the journal. Depends whether I put it in a pocket or just clip it onto the page. So I'll determine that once I get them in the journal. So that was a little bit of fun just for an hour of playing. So I'll just show you again what we got up to. So these were pretty well prepared already, but I've just put them all together. So this is using Fox Creative, Tracy Fox's, one of her kits. I can't remember, but I will put her Etsy shop down below. She has some amazing kits. So I've just done those layered tags and then wrapped the labels around with a couple of brads in there just to give a little bit of gold, a nice little bit of texture. Love those. I'll be making more of those. And then out of that scrap of scrapbooking paper that I had, we managed to get, I didn't back this one because I liked that color anyway, just a fairly plain journaling card. I will ink around these. I've just added a label, a flower, and that little bit of brown wrapping paper there, and as well as on the back. and a couple of plain tags, and I've just the same thing with the wrapping paper with not the wrapping paper, packaging paper with modeling paste. Just wrapped a little bit on there. I'll put toppers on these, but yeah, I love them, really lovely, and they've just got a nice texture to them now. And then this one, I didn't want to add anything to it except just the ruffle on the top. So that's a fun little bit of play for an hour. I'm really glad that you joined me. I hope you got something out of that. As I said, I will put Tracy's Etsy shop down below. Go and check her out. And I'm going to head off and go and ink all these so they're ready to go in these journals. All right, guys, take care. And until next time, I hope you get a little bit of creative time in. See you soon. Bye-bye.